Good morning. It's Friday, August 5th, 2022. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Wudang Qigong. We have the advanced sets today. We're going to work on sets 14, 15, 17, and 18 this morning. Dragon and Tiger join together. We have Quailing Snake, Leopard climbs a tree, and paying homage to the peaks. These are a little bit more advanced sets for today. The focus is on the connections between the movements. So I've talked about in other classes, I've talked about the idea of the connection within the movement so that the breath, the physical breath and the internal breath are connected with the movement. Talked about this idea of the whole body being connected and how we move through whatever the exercise is. What we're going to pay attention to this morning is that connection through the movement and within the movement, so that it's not so much the movement itself that we're going to pay attention to as it is how we make those connections through those movements. So little emphasis on physical anatomy this morning. A little bit of emphasis also on the connection with the internal breath, the qi, so that the qi flows through the movement and is energized. I'll say that. The movement is energized by the qi. Right? So there's a little extension there with the breath. Pay attention especially to that sense of how we get to. What did I just do? What did I have to, physically? Details. What did I physically just have to do for that? Let's get started. Basic stretch. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Shoulders down and relax. Wiggle the fingers, bend the knees, wiggle the toes. Pull it through the crown of the head. Hands circle in front. Back around to both sides. Smile. Up along the center line. Reach out. Roll up through the spine. Big circle. Follow the large heavenly circle. One more time. Fingertips reach up, elbows drop down, wrists, fingertips, hands return to your sides. Alright, dragon and tiger join together. We have the need to pay attention to balance and the extension as we move through. Where's the connection between each of these moves? What do I actually, pay attention to your physical body, connect the breath. What do you actually have to do? Detailed physiology. What do you actually have to do through this movement? A lot of physical connections. Breathe in and breathe out. Turn the toes just a little bit and shift left, extend, and return. Relax the breath. Open the mind. Where's the connection? Don't worry about it. Don't focus on it so much that you miss it. Put it that way. Relax the breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep going. 2 more. And last time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, palms up. Press down along both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. We're going to do this one more time. Same set. This idea of paying attention to the physical movement, the way in which we connect each, what am I doing? I gotta sink here, I'm gonna pull up through the back, and hold in through the abs, and then I need to bring my arms up, so I want to keep my shoulders down, and I want to bring my arms up using my right here. See? Right here. That's where the arms start up. As I'm moving, sink the shoulders, sink the hip, pull up through the abs, raise the leg, extend everything together, and pull it all back in. That placement, what holds, what has to move, right? The holding strength is active. It's not stiff. It's simply this muscle in this place needs to hold while this one over here is working. Refining the movement. 3 times. Dragon and tiger join together. Pull up through the crown of the head. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sink. Open the left toes just a little bit and transfer the weight. What do you have to do? What needs to hold? What needs to move? Connect the breath. Last time. Back to center, breathe in, hands down on both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there and breathe in. Breathe out. We have a, excuse me. Alright, we have a similar idea with this. What do I need to do? What needs to move? What needs to hold? What's the connection between the movements? How are the movements connected, and how do I manage that to refine the movement? So, Quailing Snake, same idea, different move, right? What do I need to do? What do I need to not do? If this leg is too close, if I'm leaning here, I can't go down on my sustaining leg. What I need to not do. Okay, so if this leg is too close, I can't turn. Okay, this one comes in. If this is too close, I can't go down on this leg. Again, I'm not going any further. Right? Part of that is not just the obstruction from the other leg, it's the balance point that you need to have in order to go all the way down. This is something that I'm working on, so we're working on it today. The other thing to pay attention to, I just talked about this, was leaning. Don't lean. The more you lean, the more you change the balance point that you need to have so that you can go up and down easily. Okay, so this isn't going to help you. This will. Being stiff will not help you. Okay, has to be open and flexible. Use the hip and the back of the leg, not the knee, as we go up and down. Don't put the weight on the knee. Goes through the hip and the back up in here and here and here. Right? That's where your focus is as we go up and down. It's not, don't put it here. Okay? If your knee's bothering you as we go up and down, chances are real good your weight is shifted too far forward. Shift it back more over the heel and take the weight through the back of the leg, not through the knee. Okay? I can't stress that enough. We do enough things that our knees have to work. This is not one of the things that the knee should have to do. If your knee is supporting your body weight, it's a problem. I'm serious. If you're pushing into the knee and your knee is what is supporting your body weight as you go up and down, it's going to be a problem. Your knee is not strong enough to do that. Use your leg instead. All right? Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head. Quailing Snake. Breathe in. Breathe out. Shift, turn the toes on the left foot, both hands up. Right heel comes up, twist, and come back to center. And on the other side, right, and twist, look behind you, and come back to center. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax the breath. Pay attention to what you're doing inside. What are the physical movements, the small physical movements that you have to do in order to do this movement? Up through the legs and the back and twist down, right? As we come up, pull up and in, sustain that idea up and in as you twist to go down. Use the leg, separate the hip and the leg, so that you can use both of them. They do work independently. They do. Relax the breath. Breathe in. Open the Lao Gong in the center of the palm. Open the Yung Chuan in the base of the foot. Keep the Ming Men open. Lower back. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time. Center. Hands down along both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there, breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, same as what we just did. Repeat this 3 times. Pay special attention to the Ming Men and the space between the hip and the leg. Okay? Leg, hip, open that space. 3 times. Feet about shoulder width apart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Turn to the left. Open that space in the hip. Stay straight. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Hands down along both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alright, we're going to take a little bit of all of this and put it together in Leopard Climbs a Tree. As we start, this initial opening is not all your way forward. It's a little bit. It's enough to bring you up. That's really what you want. Just a little bit here, and use that to come up. So here. Sink into the back leg. Because you got to hold up here. You're supposed to stay up here, right? And do something. And then come down. Alright, as we come down, as we bring the leg down, and I'm not going to have you hold it that long. Alright, that we could do that later, but not today. That smooth extension, the same idea as we use here. That same idea here. As as the leg extends. Now, I did not bend my other leg. I just extended the one leg. As that leg extends, we're going down. All right. The difficulty, okay, for me, I'm talking here. The difficulty for me is that as my leg goes forward, I tend to take my hip forward as well. Can't do that if you're going down on the other leg, okay? So this morning's practice, as we do this extension, work on, and this is what I'm going to work on, as I do this extension here, I'm going to focus on my sustaining leg. Keep the hip open, up and down. Pay attention to the back of the leg, not the front. Don't use the knee. Sustain this. This pulls up. Okay? The weight goes to the back of the leg. Leopard climbs a tree. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Shoulders down. Smile. Breathe in. Breathe out. Shift right. Press down just a little bit on the left. Shift back to the right. Up and down. Pay attention to the hip on the bending leg. And come to center. And breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hip on the bending leg. Where's your hip? What do you do? What are you doing with that hip? And what about the body weight? Can your sustaining leg hold to go lower? Too much on the knee. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Yes, I did. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Two more. Breathe in. Relax through the body. Pull up and sink. Up and down. Up just a little bit and down. And up some more. And down. Pull in and center. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hands down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, well, we're going to do that again too. This sense of connection between the upper body and the lower body, as I just didn't have in that last set on the left side. It wasn't happening. I didn't. It's seriously. matters that we recognize what happened. It does. Lower body wasn't connected with the upper body. I moved the upper body. Lower body wasn't ready. I didn't go. It didn't go. All right? I need all four wheels going in the same direction at the same time, right? That sense of connectedness and that sense of, and I talked, this is what today's class is all about, that knowing what you're doing physically, what is the physical part, what do I have to do, what needs to hold, not stiff, not tight, but held, okay? So my shoulders are tight, it's here, and I can see it. My shoulders are too loose, they just kind of wobble around. No. Nicely held. This presses down, this is open, back pulls down, so that as you move, you don't do this, right? It's easy here. It's easy to don't do that. All right, so not tight. What holds and what works. The small muscles that need to do the work. The large muscles that need to hold. Use the back of the, we're going to do this again, use the back of the leg. Pay attention to where the hip needs to be so that you can go up and down on your sustaining leg. If your hip is too far forward, you can't do it. Okay? Leopard climbs a tree 3 times. Feet about shoulder width apart. Smile. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Shift right. Breathe out. Press down left. Bring the left up. Extend. Pull in. And center. Shift. Press down. Bring it up. Extend. Come back to center. And again, breathe in. Breathe out. 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 Last time. Where does your hip need to be to sustain your weight if you're going all the way down without leaning into your knee? Hands down along both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there, breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Alright, we got one more this morning. Paying homage to the peaks. The same idea that we've been working with throughout the other moves this morning, this idea of the connection through and within each movement. So on the physical level, very detailed, what am I doing in this movement? And how could I make it better? What are the small muscles? What are the more delicate movement, I'm going to say? What are the more delicate movements that make up the bigger movement. How can we make those movements, the little ones, how can we make those movements more refined? How can we make it easier for our own body to do the movement? Is there a point of relaxation where the muscle does not need to work, it needs to hold? Pay attention to that. As we go through, and the same thing here, pay attention to where your hip is, so that as you come up, you can extend. And return. Body stays straight as you sink. This is no. Right? Lean back just a little bit, yes. As the hands come down, straight. Alright? Don't be stiff, but stay straight. The bend is through the hip, not through the waist. Feet about shoulder width apart. Paying homage to the peaks. Breathe in, palms up. Breathe out, press down. Right hand holds the fist, left hand holds the palm. Sink. Shift right. Both hands pull in. Sink down, press down on the left. Pull it up. Hold the fist, palms up. Turn over, hunch down. Shift back, pull the foot in. Focus on the upper Tuntian. And circle, left hand holds the fist. Shift left, palms up, press down. Pay attention to your leg, pay attention to your hip. And step forward. Punch down. Pull it back. Tremblant. Upper Tuntian. Pay attention. And other side. Salute. Shift. Press down. Pull up. Stay centered as you come up. Hold through the back of the leg. Connect the breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. 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 Relax the breath. Pay attention to the hip. And bring it up. Step out. Pull in. And center. Keep going. Breathe in. Breathe out. Step forward. Shift back. Center. Other side. to center. 2 more. Salute. Sink. Pull in. Press down. Pull up. Step out. Come back. And center. Salute. Shift. Press down. Pull up. Step out. Come to center. Last time. Connect the breath. Connect the movements. Use the breath. And circle, salute one more time. Center. Both hands pull in. Down along both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there, breathe in. Breathe out. Relax the back, breathe in. And breathe out. All right, this set, one more time. Same idea as with the other sets, this idea of the connections between and how we coordinate the physical movement with the physical breath and the internal energy as we bring this in and up. Everything pulls in, everything pulls up, and this idea that smile, this is the time to use it. 3 times. Paying homage to the peaks. Feet about shoulder width apart, stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head. Relax the breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax. And breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Right hand holds a fist. Left hand holds a palm. Salute. Pull in. Press down. Come up. Step out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Center. Left hand holds a fist, right hand holds a palm. Center. And shift. Press down. Come on up. Step out. Bring it back. And center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Connect the movements and the breath and the energy through the movement and the internal breath. Oop. Forgot the salute there, didn't I? Pull up and down. Shift back and center. Salute. Right hand holds a fist. Shift. Press down. Come on up. Punch out. Center. And left hand holds a fist. Shift left. Press down on the right. Come up. Step out. And come on back to center. One more time. Right hand holds a fist. Shift right. Press down left. Come up. Extend. Come to center. Left hand holds a fist. Shift. Press down. Pull up. Extend. Come to center. Salute one more time. Right hand holds a fist. Pull in. Hands down on both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, relax. Something that I'm going to point out, by the way, my stance tends to get wider on this set. I really do. I tend to go from about here to about here. All right, and it's visible, so I'm going to call it out. It's partly due to that leg work and the extension and opening the hip. So I feel comfortable in that wider stance. And I'm going to have to think about whether or not it makes sense to keep it or whether or not I want to correct it a little bit more. Something to pay attention to. This, and it's something that it's something that will show up in practice. So as we're practicing, as we're moving, this idea that, you know, where's my step, where am I placed, how's my balance, what am I doing here, what am I doing there, all of that matters. We want to pay attention to it, but not to the point that, and I mentioned this earlier, not to the point that we're so focused on that nothing else, that we can't pay attention to anything else. That openness to look at what we're doing in a non-linear way. So things can be going on at the same time. If it's linear, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I doing in my step? But we don't have all that much. Once we have the basics for the movement, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? I can do that. What I asked today, though, is let's pay attention to how we do that, the connections between and the small movements, all of the small muscles near the bone, that control what we're doing. When we pay attention to those muscles, we don't do it in a linear fashion. It's a holistic fashion. Everything's moving all together at the same time. And if we're focused on trying to make it linear, we can't do it. Okay, so this is the difference between the linear and the holistic. Okay, I see all of this all at once, all at the same time. I got to see this and this and this and this and this, right? This is the whole game over here, right? And this is the individual player over here. Today, the idea was focus on the whole game at the detailed level so we can see the individual players, but we're not so focused on each one that we can't see the whole game. And seeing that whole game, again, seeing all those connections, what do I have to do for this? Just I'm going to extend my hand. What do I have to do? What muscles move? What muscles hold? What works? What doesn't work? Right? What has to be moving? What has to be actively doing something for my hand to go here? Which muscles, which part of my body have to be actively doing something for me to do that movement? Now, which muscles have to hold? Not do something, but actually do something because they're holding. They're not moving. That holding, not tight, not gripping, just there. That skill, that ability is one of the things that I'm hoping we worked on a little bit. I was working on it this morning. That was today's class. I will be back next week. I've got my error message up over here, so I'm going to go ahead and wind this up. I will be back next week. Bagua Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Qigong Thursday and Friday. Oh, I'm back to the good. No error message again. Okay. Let me try that again. Bagua Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Qigong class Thursday and Friday. I'm also, and I said this before, been announcing this all week, the next series after Bagua, I'm interested in your input. I'm interested in what you might want to do. I have a couple ideas for some things, but right now, what I'm asking is if you've got something that you'd like to see, let me know what it is. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.